Right, Livy, so I've seen you hit some massive sixes there. Obviously you held the record, or you held the record for the fastest 50 in T20Is for England. Can you give me any tips of how to hit a six, or what do you normally do when you're at the crease?
Yeah, I guess for six hitting, my two biggest things are making sure you've got a set base to hit from. And my second one is making sure that all my weight goes back through the ball. So there's times if I don't hit it that well, is actually if I lose this back hip too early, I stay behind the ball, that's when I end up hitting it in the air. Right. So yeah, basically I just try and set as early as I can, and then making sure that everything out, shoulders, hips, everything go back through the ball. I quite naturally lose this back hip really well, which is good for power. But I do that quite naturally, so I don't need to necessarily think about it. But I guess your traditional cricketer is all about staying side on, making sure you've got a high front elbow, and I think that sort of goes against what we try and do to hit sixes. So yeah, I guess it's more sort of losing this front elbow, making sure we're side on. Try and stay side on when you set, and then losing everything through the ball, making sure that everything goes down the wicket. But that's certainly the two things that I've sort of tried to focus on. Two things that I know if I'm not hitting sixes well, they're usually the two things that are out of sync.
And I've seen you speak about how you used to watch Joss and his fast wrists. Does hand speed and bat speed come into this as well?
It does, yeah. I think I actually had about a year where I tried to copy Joss when I was younger and use my wrists. And it's really good when the ball's really full. So when it's a Yorker or whatever, if you can use your wrist to try and get under it, to try and open your blade to hit it through point, that's when my wrists sort of turn into a strength for me. But I try and sort of leave my wrists as they are for normal length balls, because I think if you break your wrist too early, you end up losing your backside and you end up hitting it straight up. So yeah, it's not something I tend to focus on too much, because I do it quite naturally when the ball's full anyways. You try and sort of open your wrists up to create different angles if a bowler hits the Yorker. But yeah, like I said, the two biggest things for me are making sure you're set and making sure all my weight's going back through the ball.
And I saw Dre Ross, he was speaking about how, like you say, he just stays set, no tricky movement, literally just stays set. And because he's quite a musty guy anyway, he can use his power. Yeah. But it's not a one size fits all when you're hitting a six, right? Or trying to hit a six. Some people come down the track, but he says some people lose momentum. Yeah. Or can lose momentum. So like, there's no one size fits all when you're trying to hit.
No, there isn't. And Dre's obviously he keeps his bat down low. I actually do it sometimes if I think people are bowling wide, because it gives me greater access to hit from the wide line. Yeah, Dre's a big boy. He doesn't really have to swing as hard as us boys, but I know he sort of stays down and then has but he will, as he's down, he'll still set. He will. Everybody has to. You can't really just go from here. You have to have some form of, not necessarily a trigger, but you have to set yourself to hit the ball. I think everybody does it in the world anyways. No one stands dead still and then hits the ball. So even though some people have their bat down, they'll still trigger and hit the ball. Some people stand more up. Some people have a massive trigger. Yeah, I guess it's whatever's most comfortable for whoever it is.
And are you preempting this? Like, say you go, right, I'm going to hit this ball for six, or is it all based on how the ball's bowled?
There's different scenarios in each game where sometimes you need a boundary. It might be my matchup in a match, and yeah, a bowler that I fancy taking on comes on, and you try and set yourself to hit as many sixes as you can in that over. You may need 20 off the last. Yeah, there's certain situations where you set yourself, but there's also certain situations where someone will bowl like one into your armpit and you just go like it's almost your natural instinct to try and hit it for six. I think that's when you're playing at your best, is if somebody misses straight on your leg stump and you can get underneath the ball and hit it for six. But also the next ball could be a really good ball and you can run it down to third man for one. That's when, certainly for me, is when I know that I'm playing at my best. But certainly for sort of like specialist six hitting, I think you've got to preempt it. You've got to set yourself, and you've got to sort of, my theory is if I give it everything I've got and get 70-80% of it, it's usually enough to go for six in most grounds. Not many of them are absolutely massive. So yeah, I guess even when long on, cow corners out, I still back myself to clear it as long as I give it everything.
Cool, so should we give it together?
I'll try my best to show you what I mean. See if it comes off.
All right, let's do it.
So basically, the first thing I try and concentrate on is making sure I set, and then the second thing is making sure my body weight goes back through the ball. Different people hit it different ways.
Yeah, and grip-wise, is grip the same?
Grip's natural, I think. Natural. However, Steve Smith has his hand somewhere around here. Yeah, I think it's just natural. Okay. I hold it a bit more like a baseball bat. Some people just have like their 2 fingers on their hand. It doesn't really matter. It's just, it's probably whatever's natural and what you do as a kid.
Cool.
So I'll try 3 as though I would normally hit them.
Yep.
And then I'll try 3 being Dre Russ.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's massive.
So that's like a good start.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you set too late, you can get yourself in trouble. So certainly there's no real thing as setting too early. Some people go back, some people stay in the same position, some people come forward. Yeah, I guess it's just whatever works for you. I think we play around with it so much now that, yeah, sometimes if the offside's up, we'll set to leg side. We'll go the other way if the leg side's up. If you're gonna hit it a ramp or whatever, you set up in a different way. It's just, yeah, I guess we play around with it so much, we know the right way to set for where we want to hit the ball.
Yeah, I mean, that was huge, wasn't it?
I'll try again. You see, that's actually quite a good example of I sat probably a little bit later than what I did the first time. I didn't quite get my weight right the way through, which means I lost my back leg. The ball went straight up. So like if I'm training and sort of working out different ways to hit the ball, one thing I would be trying to do now is making sure that my weight goes all the way through the ball and not sort of get to a position where you see the ball, you sort of relax a bit and hit the ball straight up. So
can you almost try and hit it too hard?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And I actually hit the biggest sixes when you sort of in the perfect position and your bat just sort of like flows through in a natural way. So sometimes people will say that I try and overhit the ball and try and swing too hard. That's actually from me not being in the correct position to swing my bat. I try another, making sure my weight goes all the way through. That's trying to hit the ball too hard. Let me try one more. I'm trying to make sure my set nice and early and make sure my weight goes through.
Yeah.
Like that. See how that's so much better than losing my back leg. I'll try a couple how Dre does it.
Yeah.
Just to show that there will still be a set, but you just start with your bat in a different position. But obviously he's twice the size of anyone else, which makes it a lot easier for him. And he's actually one of the players in the world where his miss hits go for 6 anyways.
Yeah, so obviously you play so much franchise cricket around the world. Is there anyone that you've taken particular advice from?
You obviously speak to people, you train with people. We're quite lucky we've got some of the best in the world that play for England with us. So I speak a lot to Joss about different stuff. But you've got to try and find your own way. You can obviously take little bits and learnings from different people, but you've almost got to do it yourself and find your... I couldn't just go and watch Joss and then try exactly the same as Joss because it just doesn't work naturally for whoever it is. So it's the same with Dre, it's the same with anyone around the world. You look at the big boys that hit a lot of sixes. There's a reason they do it, is because they do it their own way. So yeah, you've almost just got to find your own way to try and do it. And yeah, that's why we do so much work in here of trial and error and trying to work out what works and what doesn't work.
Cool.
I'll try hit 2 more. See if we can hit 2 sixes to finish. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I'm Dre. One.
Straight down.
Same again, try and set early and then hit through it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Away you go, in case there's an inside edge.
Do you want to put it down to 70 or
Don't
something?
be changing the speed either. He's told me he plays a bit.
Go on, go with one.
What's it down to? Okay.
So, hang on. Yeah.
So this is now a spin hit in Masterclass, yeah?
All right, we'll give it a go.
There's no fielders on the floor. Yeah, go again. I can't really give... Okay, I've got one bit of advice.
Yeah, hit
right?
me.
When you set, so you're obviously very technically, you worry technically about your batting because you're a bit like straight up and down.
Right.
Try and almost pretend you're playing baseball. Lose this front elbow.
Yeah.
Bring your elbow in, but try and keep your shoulder. So sort of tuck your elbow in, try and keep your shoulder around, and swing that way instead of swinging that way.
Front elbow, tuck it in.
Front elbow, tuck it in. But still use your shot. See, you're still like keeping your shoulder like this.
Oh, so
just pretend you're playing like baseball. So you're going that way.
Yeah.
So like, you know how you would hit a baseball, you'd hit it that way. It's the same thing, but it's fuller.
Right.
So
and also because I sort of ended there. So you want to
swing the whole way through. Good swing. We've just got to get the ball in the air.
Again, that's kind of
so you're going
similar.
The thing is, I don't think I've ever hit a 6 over the offside in my career.
Yeah.
So you're still like trying to straight up and down.
Yeah.
Just forget about where the ball is and just try and hit it over mid-wicket.
Right, okay.
Don't try and think, pretend it's like a baseball.
Yeah.
And you're just swing across the line. Do everything that you've ever been told not to do.
Okay.
And see if you can hit one in the air.
Right.
Swing across the line. There we go. That's actually quite a nice swing. Go again. Set yourself early. Great set. 2 in 2.
Ah.
It's all right. 2 more. Swing across the line. Oh, that'll hurt. Last one, 6 to win. That's actually a perfect example of everything that you're taught to do as a kid is all like in the V, make sure you hit the ball down the ground, make sure you've got a nice high elbow. Actually, when it comes to like power hitting at the end, you actually don't want that elbow to be like really strong. You want to kind of loosen that elbow up so that you can access the ball sort of like in here. If it's wide, you can still go and hit it over the offside. But I would be more trying to like hit crossback shots when it's full rather than trying to. I don't really ever hit like straight ball. I felt straight like bat sixes.
Like what you said when you set earlier.
Yeah.
I felt like I've hit them better.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I set it early enough. Yeah. If the one's on the floor maybe. But also the swing was better. I felt like it went through.
It's just hard because, especially for kids nowadays, maybe it'll change, but certainly for me as a kid, you get underarm throws and everybody's like, get your elbow down and make sure you hit with a straight bat. I would much rather kids now just swing a cricket bat, see how their natural swing is, and almost go like, there's a cone at mid-off, there's a cone at mid-on. You've got to hit the ball there, but you don't get told how to hit it. You've just got to get the ball there. And then all of a sudden you're like some of the best players in the world, someone who I absolutely love is Surya Kumar, but he doesn't do anything that anybody would teach a kid how to do. Like he sets himself and he like pulls balls off the top of the stumps like over fine leg, and that all just becomes, that's all from him being so natural, not playing with a nice straight bat. But yeah, certainly the two simple tips that I would have for anyone would be set early and make sure you get your weight through the ball.
Cool, all right. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, mate.
Cheers.
Cheers.